Hey guys, my name is Ty. I run a social media marketing agency, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 7 tools that I use to help me be more productive as a social media marketing agency owner. Long-winded title, but here it is. Very first thing I want you guys to know for this video is that I did not start with all of these. There's going to be items on this list that are free, and there's going to be items on this list that cost several hundreds of dollars. So some of these things I started with, others I didn't. If it cost money, I pretty much did not start with it. I started my business with $0, didn't have any investment, didn't have anything like that. So you guys should be able to use this list no matter where you're at in your journey. Just take it with a grain of salt. You don't need all of these. All right, tool number 1 is the kitchen safe lockbox. This is a bit of an extreme one, but essentially what it is, it's a box. There's a little dial and a timer on the top. You can put things in this box, start the timer, and then it will lock. And once this box is locked, you literally cannot unlock it, which is fantastic if you have a problem with staying focused and staying off your phone. You can put all your gizmos and gadgets in here, turn the timer on the top, and lock it up. This cost me, I think, around $80 USD on Amazon. I know they have some smaller versions of this, maybe like 40, 50, 60 bucks on Amazon. I got the big one because I tried to put my iPad in it. It didn't fit, so total waste of money. But I would definitely recommend this if you guys struggle with just holding yourself accountable and staying off your devices, or if you have some other things that you're trying to quit, like cigarettes or junk food or stuff like that. You can put pretty much anything that'll fit in here. You'll lock it, and then it'll be stuck in there. I spent a lot of time trying to build systems to hold myself accountable rather than trying to just build up the sheer willpower, because willpower is great. It'll get you far, and that is something you want to build up, but these systems can help you when you're going to fail, right? I don't trust myself. I don't trust my willpower. So I try to create systems to hold me accountable wherever I can, which is why I like to use that box. Tool number 2, it's actually a free one. It's Google Calendar. Google Calendar is 100% free. The only thing you need to start a Google Calendar is a Gmail email. So just at gmail.com. Literally everyone can use it. And this is something that I've been using since 2016, 2017, when I started my business. Essentially what you can do with Google Calendar is you can plot out every activity of your day. It just helps to hold you organized. It's 100% free. It actually integrates with a lot of cool tools like Zoom and Calendly and things like that. So it's something that I use religiously. I check it several times a day. And if I didn't have Google Calendar, I would be all over the place. If I didn't plan my day, I would be all over the place. So Google Calendar would 100% recommend it. Tool number 3 is a good pair of headphones. Now, I've used a lot of them throughout the years. I started off with literally just the tiny little AirPods. I actually upgraded to a pair of Sony headphones. They're around 200 bucks. And then I have now a pair of Apple AirPod Maxes. These guys right here, and these are some of the best noise canceling headphones that I have. I use these pretty much every day, and the great thing about noise canceling headphones is once you have a good pair of headphones, you can pretty much work anywhere, which is especially important because there'll be times where I'm not working in my office, where I'm working at a coffee shop, when I'm on the go, when I'm traveling, and I still want to get work done. So it's very difficult to kind of get in that zone, especially if you're around other people. A good pair of noise canceling headphones can help you get there. The Apple AirPod Max that I have, I think they cost around 500 USD. I know you can get some other AirPods that have really good noise canceling for anywhere between 150 to 300 USD. So all depends on what your budget is, but I would definitely recommend getting yourself a pair of headphones and not listening to music when you work. I listen to binaural beats or classical instrumental, something that really can't distract you all that much. Would definitely recommend these. Tool number 4 is an app called Alarmy. I'll put it up here on the screen. Essentially what it is, it's an alarm clock that has some advanced features. For instance, one of Alarmy's features is that you can go and have an alarm that goes off and it will continuously ring until you go and scan a barcode. And you can have a barcode on a cereal box, on a book. It can be pretty much anything in your home. And it's great if you have a barcode that's outside of your bedroom, right? Your alarm's going off and you don't have the option to sleep in because it's going to continuously ring until you get up and either scan a barcode or do some sort of task. I know there's one where you can do some math on it and it won't stop ringing until you do the math. So if you're someone that really struggles to get up and stay on a consistent sleep schedule, Alarmy is a great tool because you can't just silence it. Again, kind of builds into the systems that we talked about earlier. If you can set up systems to hold you productive rather than relying on your sheer willpower, you'll be able to do much, much better with this. Tool number 5 is a second phone. I have 2 phones. One of them I'm recording this on. The other is just an iPhone X, my personal phone. And this has been phenomenal because on my personal phone, I have all the fun things. On my work phone, I have nothing. It's in black and white. It has like Google Calendar. It has a messaging app for emergencies. I think it can handle payments and stuff like that, but there's nothing fun on it, right? I'll have my work phone for most of the day and there's nothing to distract myself with. I can't reach for Instagram when I'm bored. I have to reach for work instead. So having a second phone is something that has tremendously helped me out. A second phone will run you anywhere between maybe 200 and sometimes upwards like 600, 700 USD, depending on exactly what you want. I bought myself an iPhone 13 Max, I believe. I got it because I wanted to have a camera so I could make these YouTube videos. I would definitely recommend that, but you don't need something that fancy. You can get just a plain flip phone, even if it just helps you to have some way to stay connected in case of emergencies. That was the biggest thing for me when I was thinking about getting a second phone, is I didn't want to be totally cut out. If something were to happen or I needed to call someone, I wanted to have access to that. So I got myself an iPhone, works phenomenally well. I would definitely recommend, if you have the money, to get a second phone and have one phone for your personal life and one phone for work stuff. Tool number 6 is some smart lights. I use something called Lepro lights. You can actually see there's one in the back corner here, and they're set up all throughout my apartment. They're in my bedroom. They're pretty much everywhere. Lepro lights are incredible because you can set them on a timer and they will change colors. So basically, I have lights that turn red in the evening time to kind of simulate that melatonin production. And then I have lights that in the morning, they turn on and it kind of emulates the sunrise. So very difficult to sleep when you have an alarm clock blaring, when you have these lights in your face, and it's like that by design. The Lepro lights, you can find them on Amazon. They are $30 for a pack of 4. There are other brands out there, so you don't have to get Lepro lights, but I definitely would recommend Lepro lights because there are lots of cool automations and things you can do on the app. That's another thing I have on my work phone, is I have the app to control the lights in my home. And the final tool is downloading Screentime on your phone. I actually don't think you even need to download it. I think you can just set it up in the settings if you have an iPhone. I know if you have an Android or some other device, there probably is some apps out there that can track stuff like that. But for me, I just use Screentime. It's set up on my MacBook, it's set up on my work phone, set up on my personal phone, so I can essentially see where's my time being spent throughout the day. We have a saying, we say, what gets measured gets improved. So being able to see, oh, I spent an hour and a half on Instagram today is really enlightening, because I know for me, I didn't even know where my time was spent. If you asked me before I set up Screentime, I would say I definitely don't spend that much time on those social media apps, but then I got it and I realized, wow, I'm kind of wasting my life. So very, very important to have that set up. It's very easy. It's free to set up. If you have an iPhone, if you have any sort of smart device, you need to have that set up just so you can see where you're spending your time and then know, like, what do you need to cut out? That for me was one of the biggest motivators for getting a second phone, is I was able to see that, oh, I spent 2 hours on Instagram. And I still wanted to have Instagram on my phone because I use Instagram for work, but at the same time, I couldn't be spending that much time on the platform. So would definitely recommend Screentime for all your devices. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this, definitely drop a subscription because I will be posting more content like this going forward. And you guys, if you have productivity tools or tips, drop them in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you guys are doing and what's working for you.